Hey everyone, Coach Al here. Just going through the Power to Adapt Complete assessment guide. So I've got a track and field athlete, Luke, here. Um, so each time either myself or an athlete enters a 20-meter sprint, vertical, flying 30, 60, standing long jump. I've put the vertical jump as optional because that's often difficult to test. Whereas a standing long jump, you just need a tape measure. 60-meter, you can set up with cones. Flying 30, same thing. 20-meter sprint, and then you submit results. I get a notification. And then what it does is it tracks your results over time. So we want a lower number for the 20 and flying 30 and 60. And when you click on here for jump heights, obviously for vertical and long jump, you want to go up. All right, and then it give you a date of each time these have been submitted so you can track over time. But what I've added today is how do I compare? So these are 20-meter sprint benchmarks, and these are based on peer-reviewed sports science articles for various sports. So we've added some tabs here: soccer, football, Australian rules, football, basketball, track and field, sprinting, rugby union. So in this case, um, we're going to say that Luke, we're looking at his track and field. He's currently 17. He's currently recorded personal best for the 20-meter sprint is 2.97 seconds. So at the moment, he is sitting between recreational and the academy development. So he's actually more like here. So I might change that rather than recreational. We would say, I would call that development for him. And here's our sources of where the comparative data has come from. And then you can scroll down and get a speed and power comparison. So the flying 30, again, because I've added more sports, we go to this one and then choose track and field sprinting. So at the moment, the slider moves here. So he's currently at the academy development level, and we want to move him up to the semi-pro state level. If he continues in the sport, we would want to get him into the elite professional, obviously. So it's great that it gives you this feedback here, solid development level, targeted training. So he trains remotely a lot of the time. So we're saying this is what we did. They had a run in. I tend to use a 20-meter run in just for practicality on the track. We've used timing gates. We're measuring maximum velocity. We're using synthetic. There's different influences there, and also says if we do manual timing, what you tend to see. So this is great. And then we've got vertical jump here just for the Aussie look. We've got a kangaroo there. So his best result here is a 57.5. Now, in the research here, it says this is a counter movement jump, hands on hip, self-selected depth. We tend to use the Balakov, which gives the arm swing. And what it tells you that if you use the arm swing protocol, it adds about 10% to the height. So as long as you're doing that test the same way each time, that's fine. But I think people will find this super helpful. Now to continue with the development of making this dashboard even better, there'll be a small cost involved to submit your results and get your report. And then that will go towards funding the next stage, which I'm hoping to add a function where you can upload videos and get your technique assessed. Obviously, face-to-face is the best, but if we're trying to reach a wider audience, we want to be able to give you options. So that's a bit of an overview. We've just made it gamified, a bit of fun. This unlocks when you log your first one. If you've done 3 in a row, you get that. If you break a certain thing, Skywalker is above 30 centimeters. This is based on the Balakov, of course. But for those playing AFL, you can click on this. We've also got, once you put your age in, you get to see how you compare. So that's pretty cool. Shows where you are. So this then goes to a lookup table and looks up what are 17-year-olds in my sport doing that have been tested. We've got basketball. So you can see the numbers change. Soccer and football, rugby union. So I need to update this to include more sports, which we have done down here. So we've added netball, American football, baseball, softball, tennis, just to get a bit of variety. So, for American people, we probably need a conversion to inches here, and we would need a 30 or 40-yard time. But this is where all the research is. So I think this is pretty helpful. So if there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know. Cheers. Stop recording.